Happy Friday, loves. Oh my gosh, this is such an interesting topic that's come up over time and time and again. And I want to come on here to share and shed some light about this and really provide an opportunity for you to really reflect on yourself. If you are a woman, entrepreneur, leader, CEO, professional who struggles with trusting other women, and particularly a group of women. So this comes up a lot, actually, a lot more often. And so I just ask you to reflect on yourself, because remember, every event is neutral until you put meaning to it. And how we do that is with our belief systems. And our belief systems get formed usually before the age of 8. And also when things happen in crisis, when we're wounded emotionally, trauma happens, that we make meaning about those situations, and then we wear glasses to help us stay safe, to protect us. We create these defenses that really help us survive in those situations. So I invite you to really reflect on, like, why is it that you don't feel safe with other women? Or it could just be in one relationship. I have experienced that other women do not trust each other in the professional relationship. And it's usually because both or one of the women are triggered into childhood stuff, especially around, and this is very common, I see it a lot, women as young girls being bullied by other girls. You know, whether it was a group of girls or their best friend, they were getting mixed messages. You know, like the best friend would be their best friend one day, but then their enemy the next day. And so as a child, you make meaning of that, and you go into your strategies to help you fit in. So you yield some part of yourself. You create beliefs about who you are, that you're not worthy, that you need to please others, that you don't set boundaries, right? And so I invite you to really reflect on if there's a woman in your life that you get really triggered by, you know, in your professional setting, whether it's your boss. That one often happens as well. Like lots of times I'm dealing with a professional woman in the corporate world who feels like she's being bullied by her female boss. And that may or may not be true, but again, it's like the whole piece of this is you're giving your power away to the other person when you are having this a lot of emotion and attachment and energy feeling victimized by somebody, right? And so this is a beautiful opportunity to allow this person who feels like a bully or you don't trust, or people, to let them be your teachers, right? More from a spiritual perspective, more from an emotional, psychological perspective. Let them be your teachers and ask yourself, what is it that I really need to know right now? Because anytime we are, like, you ever say, like, why does this always happen to me? Right? And so the same issues, even if it's different people, different contexts, different stories are coming up, the same thing the same theme keeps appearing over and over and over again. And, well, love, the common denominator is you. And so this is about checking in for yourself. Like, what is this about for me? What do I need to learn here? What's unresolved? And sometimes that's unconscious. All right. So I just had this really powerful mastermind session with my group of ladies. And oh my gosh, we're exploring the heart chakra. And when your heart is blocked, it's usually because you need to forgive somebody. And it's not who you think it is. So it's usually someone in the past, and it's a relationship. And it's partly also you need to forgive yourself, because forgiveness is all about, it's more for you, taking the hook out of someone else and a hook out of you. Because when you don't forgive someone, when you're holding grudges, it's like you're giving someone poison to drink and expecting them to die, except you're the one that's drinking the poison. It affects you, right? And so this is about you reclaiming your power. And a huge part of this, and you guys all know this, I love having people be aware. You cannot change anything if you're not aware. Be self-aware. Be clear about where your beliefs are. How come you're leaking your power and giving it away to somebody else? Nobody has that much power. No one has that much power over you unless you allow it, and vice versa. Okay, so this might be, once you have awareness, it's about being really clear. How do I want to operate out of love from this place? How am I projecting into this situation? And how can I reclaim my power back? So that might be you. Once you're really clear, it's not about that person being a bully to you. And taking personal accountability and responsibility for your situation by claiming your power back, that can shift everything in itself, because you're going to show up so differently. It might be actually apologizing to that person. Maybe. I know. Some of you are getting riled up. I don't want to freaking do this work. I know. Heart work is the hardest work you'll ever do, and it is also the most rewarding work. You know, sometimes people, I know my purpose here on earth is to awaken people. And I do that in two ways often. Sometimes it's about people leaning in because they're really resonating with what I say. And the other way is I trigger people. I trigger people because it's like, oh my gosh, I'm a mirror for you, and I'm having you see parts of yourself, and you don't like what I'm saying. You don't like what I'm hearing, because there is deep down inside, you know what I'm saying is truth. And sometimes that happens unconsciously. You think it's about me. It's not. It's not, as long as I'm coming from love. I'm always open looking at myself, but when I'm really clear, I'm just speaking from love. It's really just, I'm being a mirror for you. So love, I would love to hear just how this Facebook Live was helpful for you. If you feel like you have a trust issue with women, like, I hope that this really supports you in reflecting on yourself and shifting out of this. Create communities, or be in a community, or even if you already are in a community, take in the new experience. I am in a safe relationship with this woman or these women. It's really important to stop seeing the old story, because our brain always wants to be right. So if you have this belief, I can't trust women, I can't trust women, I can't trust women, guess what? You always look for evidence to prove you're right. And so if you shed that story and jump into a new belief, I can and feel and find and be in trusting, safe relationships with women, notice that now. Feel into it, because your body needs to know that there's a new experience that is possible, that you're already having. All right, loves, hope this was helpful.